approximately 1 million bodies right now, so we're picking Moonl instead. Sadly, though, those shields mean that Fragi isn't able to get any purchase at all. Flippy, on the other hand, let's go ahead and take a look. Comfortably sat on top of the point, so a good height advantage. Doing his best to flip around, and he's got Pulse Bomb available, so we're looking for an opportunity from Flippy. I think he should be using this earlier, so that he can actually get as much charge on a second round as possible. In the Tracer versus Tracer fight, though, Flippy at the moment is winning. In fact, pushing Fragi all the way back to spawn, more or less.
I do want to remind everyone of the rule set. You can see 2 Lucios happening on the side of SG-1 right now, and only 1 Tracer on either side. Normally, you'll see this kind of devolve into 2 Winston, 2 Lucio, 2 Tracer. Haven't actually seen a lot of Zero Hero Limit since release, actually. I know in Europe they've continued to play with it. Competitive mode continues to play with it. But I've been casting 1 Hero Limit for so long, I'm just really interested to see all this stuff. Double Lucio not working out so far for SG-1, as it looks like Melty is just rolling over them with damage right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, the combined damage, I think, of Moonl and Flippy in particular has just been fantastic, and Nico on Reaper has been very quietly in the background, as Reapers do, until they get very loud and shouty and deathy, just sneaking around, looking for those kills left, right, and center, and he's been doing a fantastic job at the moment of staying out of people's sight until such a time where he can pick off those crucial couple of kills at the beginning of an engagement.
Yeah, Nico does have his Death Blossom available too, so as they loop around the right side into the Graviton Surge, here comes the Die. Should catch everybody, but that's the problem. They're all looking directly at you when you try to die like that, so he may have been benefited to actually come around the other side if possible, but it did not work out too great there, as actually Hymzi scores the kill on Nico in the end. It looks like they're trying to flip the point, but it looks like Flippy and Kabal trying to prevent that. Sound Barrier goes out, and Moonl comes in with a high charge as well to clean off the point. It's 80% in the way of Melty's favor right now.
Yeah, Melty doing a really good job, and if I had to pick like what the backbone of this team is, okay, Flippy was fun to watch in the beginning, but I have to say Moonl has been doing a really good job on keeping his team shielded at critical times, and it's so important because in King of the Hill particularly, you need to be able to put that shield up on the first character the enemy team focuses down. And believe me, someone's getting focused down every 2.5 seconds here because this is a King of the Hill map. So it's very important to get that done, and when Moonl does his job properly, the entire team benefits so much. But speaking of the entire team, Hymzi just took on the entire team, and it looks like he won.
Yeah, Hymzi with just lighting up the kill feed there. I actually was spectating Seita just to give Lucio a little bit of love, and Seita's been doing such a good job just wall riding and staying alive throughout not just this game but the entire series, that I thought it would be cool to highlight his movement a little bit. Lazei, actually normally a Mercy player, also playing Lucio for them at the moment, but now I think I will spectate Nico once again, as they're going to have to attack in, and Reaper's positioning always very important for how they choose to address this. The defensive Sound Barrier already on the point, providing 500 extra HP for everybody, makes it very difficult to attack in. Zappis and Hymzi scoring a couple of kills. There's the res from Baud, bringing everybody back up, but will it be enough? Zappis already staring them down, gets a couple of kills, 3 kills now, and Fragi getting a 4th. There goes Flippy and Degun falling as well, and SG-1 firmly in control of the point after Reunited hit 99%. So basically what that means is if Nico with this Death Blossom can help flip the point even one time here, overtime ticks down pretty quickly, and Melty has a chance to take this round.
The 99% flip is real, Joshy. The dream is real. It can happen. I've seen when it happens 3 times in a row, that's when it's like super troll. There's a Graviton Surge. Seita goes down. Baud actually doing a lot of damage in the middle of that. And Nico goes ahead and said, excuse me, mate, I'm going to go ahead and clean up. Let's grab something in aisle 3. And oh no! Moonl, now is not a good time to disconnect.
If overtime ticks down, it's not such a huge deal. They got it. Nico got it there at the end, blasting Fragi in the face.
So it's 1-0 at the moment. And I don't think we can go back to the lobby to prepare for Moonl.
So the way we can go back to the lobby is actually just restart the map until we get a round that is not that one that we just did. So Moonl's trying to reconnect now.
Well, to be honest, Melty is saying don't even wait for it.
Right.
So we're rolling with it. Don't even worry about it, guys. Melty, as we've seen on that second point on Hollywood, could comfortably play 4v6 with 2 people on the payload. And boom, there's Moonl. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Turns out he was just grabbing a drink because they don't even need him to win rounds.
They're like, hey, we flipped the point. I'm just going to be right back. I'm gonna change a graphic setting or something.
Grabbing a beer.
Yeah, go grab some booze. Yeah, the same line of thinking there. Nico moving forward, trying to get some damage in. You can see the biotic field actually already placed by the soldier on SG-1. That's Zappis. Nico trying to look for some damage. Very low health, but actually now getting some health globes to pick himself back up. Genji ultimately gonna get the kill there. Hymzi playing Genji for the first time tonight.
Hymzi has been all over the place right now. He is a bloody ninja, and conveniently he's also playing Genji, but he's just been everywhere. And I want to highlight Hymzi and Fragi, because Hymzi has been able to go ahead and move everywhere else and really frustrate people, because Fragi's been doing such a good job of shielding himself and the right teammates at the right time. So those two working together have been phenomenal so far at the start of this game.
Right now, Hymzi does have his sword available. Mercy's in his range, but he's not going to pop the sword until Mercy goes down. He already did get the kill and dashed away with only 15 health. Great move there from Hymzi to manage to stay alive after securing that kill. Moonl only at half health now, but super high charge, able to just light him up. And now it looks like Melty has flipped the point over to their side.
And, well, this happened last time as well, but of course they waited until 99%. Let's see what happens this time. Only 13% at the moment, but that plays 24, so a not critical situation for either player right now. I'm taking a look at Nico, who is sneaking around up top, looking for an opportunity to maybe dive in. He'll have Death Blossom available in just a couple of smacks from his shotgun. And it looks like he is just staying on the bottom. Oh no, that's going to be very difficult though with the...
Oh, no. The pulse bomb comes in. Flippy actually gets a huge burst on top of the Death Blossom Graviton Surge combo. Overkill is an understatement. And that was, that's everybody dead now.
That's my quote of the night. Overkill is an understatement.
Yeah,
that is my quote of the night.
That's my quote of the night.
I was about to say, that's going to be really difficult with Lucio having used his ultimate as well into the Graviton Surge. Everyone's going to have 500 or 600 HP. And then as soon as Nico used his ultimate, oh wait, there's a pulse bomb as well. Never mind, I take that back. There's plenty of damage to go around.
Yep, Nico still watching him just performing on Reaper right now. Graviton Surge does grab him and he will fall, but the res brings him back with Winston. That's actually kind of a bad thing as they're surrounded by Reaper and Zarya and the healers, but Nico manages to stay alive still. There's a Death Blossom from the blue side, and Mafu, unable to get too much, actually does get Flippy and Kabal. That could be worth it just in itself to get rid of that healer and that annoying Tracer. Point is about halfway flipped right now, but still 80% in Melty's favor. Will SG-1 be able to flip it? Moonl coming in now, just gaining charge. Baud trying to heal him up. Baud does fall, so SG-1 should be able to reclaim here.
Yeah, Moonl at the moment going down with ultimate available as Zarya, it has to be said. I'm taking a look at Flip. It looks like Flippy's actually waiting for us as a team, so I'm not going to be taking a look at him just yet. I want to see how much damage Zappis does at the start of this engagement. I'm looking for him to sit back, not take too many like YOLO engagements, not try and be right in the thick of the action, but just get as much DPS done from the back as possible. I expect the visor to be used here.
Yeah, already immediately scores a kill, shooting a Helix Rocket into the very narrow hallway, gets a ton of damage. Graviton Surge essentially wasted there for the side of Melty. 51% now for SG-1. They're coming back and scoring all these kills even after the res. Nico tries to come in, but he's surrounded. Not the best time to use Death Blossom. You always want to use Death Blossom when you have the element of surprise, not in desperation. Same with Barrage, same with Visor, same with Deadeye. Those desperation ults for offense are not ever really worth it in desperation. Just save it, make sure your team is around, get the real value out of it.
Exactly. If your opponents can't say it's a trap at the end of it, it's not worth using. So, guys, remember that as an acid test in your pub games, yeah? So, we're going to have a little bit of a reset here. 79% for SG-1 versus 87% for Melty, who are looking to retake.
I'm watching
Flippy.
Flippy.
Have the sound barrier immediately going down, but now actually counter sound barrier from both teams. SG-1 will have the hit points for longer as well, so they'll have the defensive advantage here. And Moonl going down very, very early on in this engagement, currently 6v5, with almost the entirety of SG-1 on the point and ready to defend.
I was watching Flippy try to ninja the point. Look how far he actually got. You can see that red bar progress before SG-1 rushed in there while all the ults were flying out. SG-1 still in great position, though. And there's 99%. Looks like no red members anywhere around, and that is going to be 1-1 now here on Nepal. SG-1 with that 2-0 series score, looking very good here going into round 3 on Nepal.
1-1.
I'm liking these new interstitial screens with the round score as well. Super sexy.
And also, if you do ever want to run a tournament in competitive mode rules, they have actually added that as a drop-down feature this week with competitive mode. So in custom games,
you can do that in custom games.
Yeah, the very top setting is quick play or competitive rules.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, because we couldn't actually mirror the old competitive mode in beta. Now they actually have given us that ability. So if and when tournaments ever decide to want to run that, it's available.
I just realized.
Yeah.
Zappis' spray paint is tea time.
Yes.
But I thought that was a Winston spray.
No, it's an everybody spray. You earn it for like a mass kill or 20 streak or something like that.
I thought it was a Winston spray when I saw it. I was like, you know, because he's English and likes tea and stuff.
Winston's not English.
Winston.
What are you talking about? He's from the moon.
Well, but
Are you trying to claim Winston?
dude, like Winston and Tracer, they're like busy mates, and I can see him having tea.
He's not English. He doesn't even sound English. Neither does Tracer.
It's not like big ape hands with the teacup. It would look cute. I'm sticking with it. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
Sure. All right.
Right, so we've got the point now. SG-1 is trying to take that first, but immediate collapse there. It looks like neither team really wants to be involved to be on the point. They want to be able to get off it as soon as possible, and that's because, Joshy, I'm sure you'll be able to tell us all about the crossfire potential of any team firing onto the point.
Oh my goodness, Zappis is just lighting them up right now. He has been in no danger this whole game. Every Helix rocket is hitting its mark. He's got Tac Visor available already. He's going to pop it as soon as he sees Mercy, but she dies before he even gets a chance to shoot at her. There's 2 more kills going to Zappis. I fully expect to see a Soldier 76 card for him at the end of this game here. 10% in the way of SG-1's favor, and Melty is going to have to regroup once again. I'm going to take Flippy's POV just because he does have Tac Visor as well for the offense.
So let's take a look at what the... there are 2 soldiers at the moment with Tac Visor available, Mafu and Flippy. And we are using the double soldier composition in SG-1's part. Here comes Flippy with his Tac Visor, looking for targets. Doesn't find targets because Mafu pops his immediately afterwards. Ultimate timing so important in Overwatch. And oh dear, goodbye, Baud. Baud had enough of it all and did a bit of a... Oh, no, never mind. I'm not going to spoil Game of Thrones.
I'll say it's a strategic suicide on that one, just because most of their party got wiped very quickly. I want to point out just Flippy's Tac Visor usage was... as an engagement, it was okay, but it didn't actually get any kills, and normally you want to save that ult again for when they're not paying attention to you, they're already fighting someone else, and you get the chance to actually just lay damage into them. In this case, Zarya had already bubbled, the rest of the team had plenty of time to run around corners, and it was just not too effective. We do have Die available for Hymzi, Death Blossom positioning. He's got both supports in this hallway, he's not even going to use it though. Very good discipline there to just get the headshot on Seita and continue moving. Hymzi does have it still available now for Baud and Soldier if he can get in position here behind them.
He's looking for an opportunity to do that. He's also got his Death Blossom available. But Flippy, I think at the moment, is very conscious that Reaper's right there, and he's like, no, I'm not leaving this position until I make sure he buggers off for good. So a combination of him and Lucio down the corridor allows Flippy to get back to what he was doing before. Both teams trading blows across the point rather than on it at the moment. It's currently in possession of Melty, 33% versus 64%.
Looking for a possible engagement here for the side of SG-1 as Melty is starting to catch up now, 40% to 64. This is the last round of the map, so everything kind of hinges on this point. Hymzi does have Death Blossom. Lazei's got Sound Barrier. He's going to want to pop that. There he does. There's the Die, actually catching 2 targets. Moonl and Flippy both going down, and now Winston is not going to last long against Reaper. He has to get out of there. Oh no, he actually comes back in and dies. Kabal on Lucio, still alive, trying to get those heals. There's a huge res from Mercy, bringing almost everybody back in. Reaper almost immediately dies. Zarya's on the point, looking pretty strong now though, and it looks like Melty should be able to hang on here, unless Hymzi's still standing somehow. This Reaper has lasted forever.
Massively unfortunate tactical visor from Flippy earlier as well, because unfortunately he more or less tactical visored into Zarya shields, into Sound Barrier, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, everyone's shooting at me. So he died a little bit of a painful death in the middle of his ultimate, which kind of sucks for him, and that's going to allow SG-1 actually to reclaim the point. And that means that we have 80% versus 70%. Very, very close game here.
Oh my god!
Looking to completely wipe them back to the spawn point, and they do. SG-1 out of nowhere, playing for all the marbles here, and they are rushing the spawn. It looks like they bought enough time.
Yeah, right now Hymzi still has Death Blossom, another one available. After that huge Graviton surge, he basically just built ult from 60 to 100%. There's the Death Blossom catching a couple members. They are going to try to contest the point, but I really just don't see it happening. They're super outnumbered. Winston and Trace are on the point now. I'm just going to keep this overhead view to see how it wraps up here. Degun does fall, Nico down as well, and SG-1 taking a 3-0 lead in this best of 7, and Melty has to fight all the way back now.
This is that was a really great start to the engagement from Degun. I want to give him a bit of credit there. I thought he did a good job managing to get there with Primal Rage on Winston. But unfortunately, once you get to the point, you have to have a plan for taking it. And sadly, there just was nowhere close to enough. Now, Baud, with play of the game, well, conveniently, more or less everyone was dead. So that's a very good place for him to do that. And Baud actually out of the game at the moment. He's just going to go ahead and do a quick reboot before map number 4.